She started her journey with Marriott International in 2004 as the Marketing and Communications Manager at JW Marriott Juhu. Today, Khushnooma Kapadia is the Vice President Marketing South Asia at Marriott International. As she goes on to set new benchmarks in the business and marketing arena, here's welcoming Khushnooma Kapadia.
Thank you so much.
Shed some light on your journey with Marriott. How do you set the tone for your business?
I joined Marriott in 2004. It was really a job that happened absolutely out of the luck. I was working with a public relations agency at that time when I got a call from the HR department at JW Marriott. They were only about 6 months into the country. When I went for the interview, I knew I was not going to get the job because I was pregnant. In the course of the interview, the person who was interviewing me, he asked me, he said, "Is there anything that you'd like to ask me?" I told him, "I don't want to ask you anything. I just want to tell you that I'm 4 months pregnant and I know I'm not going to get the job after I tell you this." And he just looked at me and he said, "You're pregnant, you're not sick." I got the call the next day and I had the job. The rest, as they say, is history, and that's how I entered Marriott. And what sets the tone for my business, I think creativity, I think the ability to take risks, the support that you can give creative ideation, the fact that you can actually back, because today we got to be really, really practical, right? Backing requires a lot of investment, it requires a lot of risk-taking appetite. And I do believe that that sets the tone for success and for growth in any business venture, especially in an environment as dynamic as this one.
What is your strategy when it comes to engaging and empowering the team? Why is being a mentor so important?
So my biggest strategy, I think, that has really held me in very good stead even when I'm hiring people, is the fact that I give a lot more value to attitude over aptitude. I try to surround myself with people within my team who actually reflect and mirror the same attitude that I have towards my work. I keep them engaged, I keep them empowered by giving them the ability to take decisions. I'm very tough as a leader, I'm not going to deny that. I expect that everybody in my team is bringing their A game. Every time we put something up or we put something forward, it should be new, it should be fresh, and it should be innovative. And that's how I'd like to engineer my team to think as well.
What suggestions do you have for women who are aiming at the executive level? What should they do to prepare?
I think this one thing is what I really tell every individual who works alongside me, that women should not give up. I think the tendency in the fabric of our society is that women are so overloaded with responsibilities, both at a personal level as well as at a professional level, that many times many women are tempted to kind of give up their professional growth. You can really navigate through all your personal issues if you have to, if you really want to build a solid career for yourself. But women tend to somehow get very intimidated by the pressures that are put onto them and dwindle away from their careers. And I think that's the one thing I didn't do. I faced a lot of challenges myself, complicated pregnancies, I was in and out of a hospital in 1 year, but nevertheless I had a very determined attitude that I wasn't going to let my education go to waste. And I think if all of us as women have that sort of mindset when we are approaching our careers, I think we can be a real force to reckon with in the boardroom.
In times of hardship, what was it that kept you going?
Something that my mum had told me, that I didn't sacrifice my life so that you could give your life up. That really stayed with me for a long time, even today. Which area of your life you will not have a challenge in? You've just got to fight with all the cards that are put in front of you and then go ahead with your life.
What were the most important moments in your career that contributed to your success?
There are so many, actually, to be honest with you. I'm very privileged that I didn't come into a brand when it was already established. I came into a brand when it was building itself in this country. So every brick, every hotel that we opened, every campaign that was successful, and every initiative that really made its mark both from a brand, from a positioning, from a business perspective, and was successful and contributed to the growth that Marriott's had in this South Asia and especially in India. I think I'd really consider that as part of my entire success barometer. And it's a great feeling because it's really watching your baby grow into something that is now so huge and so highly successful and is really making strides in the industry. So really there have been so many moments, but the entire journey has been highly memorable, so to speak.
What are some of the challenges you've overcome in your career, and what lessons have you learned from them?
I think there have been two, of course, that have been very highly prominent. I was part of the recession that happened, I think, in 2007. And when a recession strikes you, the first thing that you're cutting down are the costs. And so your marketing budgets are dramatically reduced, and you then start to question and second guess yourself, and you feel you're becoming redundant. To fight your own internal demons and your own negative emotions is a huge challenge. And to keep yourself into survival mode at that time was something that was very pressing on me as a human. And I know that there was a point when it was questionable whether I should even continue working, because clearly I wasn't contributing the way I should have contributed due to several situations that were out of my control. So I think those were some of the moments that really tested my resilience. Certainly the pandemic stood out, because it was very, very hard to stay positive in those times.
How did you gain your confidence as a leader? What energizes you the most?
Things start working out for you. You kind of develop yourself and you start gaining that much more confidence in your ability to be able to analyze things, in your ability to be able to use data points to kind of create a successful campaign. I must, of course, make a mention of my president, Mr. Rajiv Menon, who I think is by far one of the most solid leaders I've had the privilege to work with. Today, I feel that I've come a really long way as a leader. I've tried to work through the pressure situations. I've tried to keep myself calm through some of those moments when it's very easy to cascade pressure down, but it's important to absorb that so that people below the line don't feel it, and people below the line are able to then execute peacefully. So I think a lot of factors have contributed, to where I have reached today, but individuals observing their leadership style, and then I just don't want to say that without my team, I don't think I'd be anywhere, because at the end of the day, they are the ones executing and translating the vision.
What emerging market trend excites you the most?
AI. AI really, really excites me the most. Today you can develop campaigns on AI. Today you can develop visuals, renditions, information, and I think I'm trying to understand it better. I want to train myself in the usage better, because I read somewhere, and I keep saying it, so I'm going to sound really cliched, but AI is not going to replace you, but the person using AI certainly will.
We are very excited to know more about the first co-branded credit card in the hospitality space. Could you take us through how it works?
This is the first time we've partnered with a financial institution to come up with a travel credit card. It's never happened in India before, so and it's Marriott's fourth card globally. We've partnered with HDFC, who's of course the premier financial institution, especially when it comes to credit cards. They have a huge base, and we're very excited to partner with them. There are a lot of benefits. I really don't want to go down through the laundry list of benefits, but things like lounge access, golf access, you automatically get into the Marriott Bonvoy tier, plus you get four free room nights. And those are just some of the basic things that you get with the card, right? But the ability that the card can give you in terms of earning points and then redeeming those points across a plethora of our hotels and the facilities that the hotels can provide you is very, very empowering. And we're very excited because travel is going to be the new Louis Vuitton. People today want to invest in travel. They want to invest in experiences that travel can provide. And you just don't have to spend in our hotels. You can spend across any medium and earn points that you can redeem at our hotels is very, very empowering today. It's going to be fantastic to own one. So, yeah, thank you.